Sports interviews can go from smooth sailing to a fiery train wreck in the blink of an eye. Today, we're serving up the wildest moments when athletes clapped back, shut down, and left disrespectful interviewers wishing they'd stayed home.
I will comment on, but you're a prick.
We're coming back here, right?
You're unsensitive. You have no sensitivity to anything.
Mike Tyson. Let's kick things off with Iron Mike. It's 1991, and Mike Tyson is the undisputed heavyweight champ of the world, both in the ring and in his unfiltered opinions. Promoting an upcoming fight, Tyson and his ever-animated promoter, Don King, appeared on A Current Affair for what should have been a straightforward interview. But it was anything but. The fireworks began the second Tyson recognized journalist Steve Dunleavy. "Yeah, you tried to nail my black ass to the cross," Tyson fired, glaring at the screen. Dunleavy, clearly not sensing the danger, chuckled like he'd just heard a dad joke, not realizing Iron Mike was not playing. Then, Dunleavy decided to stir the pot further. He asked Tyson about a rumored paternity suit. Tyson, who didn't know about it, shrugged it off.
I don't know anything about that.
But Dunleavy doubled down, bringing up another suit involving King's son, Eric. While Dunleavy went full tabloid, King, ever the showman, was off to the side, merrily waving a mini American flag like it was the 4th of July. But Tyson had enough. He shot back at the interviewer. At this point, he had not lost his cool completely, but it was a thing of inevitability. King jumped in trying to redirect the train wreck, but Tyson shut him down too. "I know, Don, but that's bullshit. We're here to promote the fight, not talk to this scumbag." And with that, Tyson ripped off his microphone like a man who had zero time for nonsense. As he stormed off, Tyson delivered a classic Tyson encore. "Fucks you, we're off the show." And just in case anyone missed his point, he threw in one more "fucks you" for good measure before disappearing off camera. Mike Tyson again. Mike Tyson, the king of unfiltered comebacks,
Really a piece of shit.
doesn't do boring interviews. Fast forward more than 20 years after his legendary walk-off on A Current Affair, Tyson landed on Canada's CP24 Toronto News to promote his one-man show, Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth. Spoiler alert, the truth came out, and it was spicy. Things started civil enough, until anchor Nathan Downer decided to play with fire. Instead of asking about Tyson's show, Downer dived headfirst into controversy, bringing up Tyson's 1992 rape conviction.
They say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
The naive interviewer unknowingly dropped the most loaded question of all time. Tyson's face screamed, "Are you serious right now?" But he tried to keep it together even though he was clearly irritated. Tyson's promoter, Alex Choco, heroically tried to steer the conversation back to something safe, like a local boxing legend. But Tyson wasn't done. Oh no! He began dishing his spicy fury, fixing the interviewer with that look. Downer, trying to salvage the situation, nervously reminded Tyson they were live on air.
Shit, we're doing live TV now. I don't care. What are you gonna do about it? All right.
As if that would magically calm him down. But Iron Mike's response was iconic. He shot back, delivering a verbal 1-2 punch that left Downer completely outclassed. Hilariously, Downer decided to pivot and asked Tyson whether performing on stage was more nerve-wracking than boxing. Tyson didn't miss a beat. He said things that sealed his title as the undisputed champ of savage clapbacks.
It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear us talking to a rap piece of shit like you. Come on.
Jim Everett. 1994 was a simpler time when sports talk shows were less about clickbait and more about, awkwardly televised brawls. New Orleans Saints quarterback Jim Everett was a man ready to talk football, but was definitely not ready for host Jim Rome's relentless trolling on ESPN's Talk 2. What followed was the kind of TV moment that lives rent-free in our heads decades later. It all started with Rome greeting Everett not by his actual name, a jab at his supposed lack of toughness, comparing him to the legendary women's tennis star. Everett, already done with Rome's nonsense, responded coolly. His voice dripped with "don't test me" vibes. Then came the warning. "I'll bet you don't say it again," Everett said, clearly daring Rome to push his luck. But Rome, being the poster child for bad decisions, smirked and doubled down. What happened next was nothing short of TV history. Everett shot to his feet like a coiled spring, flipped the table between them, and lunged at Rome with the fury of a quarterback sacked one too many times. Rome, caught off guard, tumbled to the ground faster than a rookie punter. Meanwhile, a frantic production staffer scrambled to intervene, probably regretting every career choice that led to that moment. Everett stormed out of the studio like a man who knew he'd just won the internet before the internet even existed. Rome was left picking up the pieces of his dignity. However, it was reported that Everett later apologized about the incident. For his part, Everett didn't exactly lose sleep over the incident. Speaking in a teleconference later, he explained, "I really don't condone my actions, but I was put in a position that I thought was going to be a journalistic-type interview, and instead I felt like I was being taunted." Translation, Rome poked the bear and the bear flipped the damn table. Serena Williams. When it comes to commanding respect, Serena Williams doesn't just serve aces, she serves reality checks. After dominating her way through the 2017 Australian Open, Serena found herself in a press conference where one bold or naive reporter decided to poke the bear. His mistake? Bringing up her 23 unforced errors during the match. Serena's reaction was pure gold. She stared him down like a disappointed teacher catching a student texting in class. "I think that's a very negative thing to say," she fired back, before delivering the knockout. "Are you serious?" The reporter, clearly missing the social cues, tried to justify himself by saying it was just an observation. Big mistake. "Okay, well, you should have been out there," Serena snapped, hitting him with a verbal forehand. Then, with the grace of a true champion, she shifted into teacher mode. "That wasn't very kind. You should apologize. Do you want to apologize?" And just like that, the sheepish journalist folded faster than an origami swan. "I'm sorry," he mumbled, no doubt questioning every career choice he'd ever made. Serena, ever the class act, accepted the apology and moved on to actual tennis talk. Crisis averted, but the Serena slam of words? Unforgettable. Fast forward to the 2018 US Open final against Naomi Osaka, and Serena found herself in another heated moment, this time with chair umpire Carlos Ramos. Ramos accused her of receiving coaching during the match after her coach gave her a thumbs up. Thumbs up. That's it. Serena, as you can imagine, was not having it. "You owe me an apology," she declared, eyes blazing. "I don't cheat to win. I'd rather lose." Boom. If there were a trophy for standing your ground, Serena would have won that too. The moment went viral, cementing Serena as not just a tennis legend, but a fearless defender of fairness, integrity, and yes, a good apology. Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt, the Jamaican sprinting legend and human lightning bolt, isn't just the fastest man alive. He's also the king of shutting down nonsense. In 2017, during one of his final competitive appearances, Bolt took third place in the 100-meter final, trailing American sprinter Justin Gatlin. Gatlin, of course, had a bit of a history, having returned to the track after serving an 8-year ban for doping. Naturally, some reporters couldn't resist stirring the pot. At the post-race press conference, one journalist decided to connect imaginary dots, pointing out that Gatlin's winning time was the slowest gold medal sprint since 2003. Her theory? Tougher anti-doping measures must be slowing athletes down. Bolt's reaction? Priceless. He leaned forward, laughing incredulously, and hit her with a "whoa, whoa, whoa, what?" His tone was half disbelief, half, "Did she really just say that?" The reporter, clearly unfazed by the giant hole she was digging, doubled down, explaining her stringent anti-doping equals slower runners theory. That's when Bolt went full legend. "First of all," he said, pausing for dramatic effect, "I'm sure everybody up here would find that very disrespectful." Translation, "Girl, what?" But Bolt didn't stop there. Like a true champion, he took the high road while still dropping verbal bombs. "We've worked hard," he said. "Justin has done his time and proven himself over and over again." Then, in a mini TED Talk on sprinting physics, Bolt schooled everyone on why races don't always break records. He literally waved his hand to brush off the absurdity. His final word? It was precise. But his message was beyond clear, and it sent a shockwave throughout the conference room.